Hello viewers, this is my first video and my first video log of my transition from male to female. Um, in this video I will tell my story and kind of explain where I'm at now and where I hope to go from here. Um, I'm a philosophy major at Bethel University in Arctic Hills, Minnesota, and my story begins in 2nd grade where uh, we begin to see normally the differentiation, this begin to see the separation of genders at this time in social interaction, but I never separated to the side I was supposed to separate to. I did like to hang out a lot more with the girls, so on and so forth, but I'm also gynophilic, so being oriented to women, it was easy to associate it with that, especially having the mind of a 2nd grader. And um, granted, the girls didn't really like having me around because, of course, genders were supposed to separate at this time. So it didn't work out the greatest, but it kind of continued along this path up until like puberty, in like 6th grade, which is my first recollection of concrete feelings of transsexuality, but I didn't really know what transsexuality was at the time, nor did I really know what that would mean as a 6th grader. But I do remember specifically feeling that I wanted to be a woman. But I'm going through puberty and there's hormonal changes and I'm gynophilic, so it's pretty easy to rationalize that away. And just kind of kept going through the motions until I got to high school. And I went to a ridiculously conservative private Baptist high school that was absolutely ridiculously sexist and homophobic, and definitely would have been transphobic if they even knew what a transsexual or transgendered individual looked like. But as a freshman in high school, I did not have any friends at all. In a high school of literally 70 people, plenty of people were friendly enough that I could have made friends at this time, but I chose not to, and I kept to online gaming. And I remember expressing in the chat rooms at this time that I wanted to be a woman, but again, I still didn't really have any understanding of why I wanted to be a woman or why I felt this way, and so I just buried it, like I had buried all sorts of emotions my entire life, and I just kept going through the motions, just living life at 15%, just hardly living at all, just constantly depressed, constantly suicidal, and it's just an awful, awful existence. But thankfully, it did not end there. Made it to my junior year. Finally made some friends in high school, and they were actually not the typical conservative Baptist Christians that my high school was so inundated with. Um, they were two of them actually turned out to be have homosexual orientation. Granted, one of them is, I believe, bisexual now, but and another one was bisexual, but now she's claiming to be a lesbian, I believe, exclusively. Unsure about that though. And so this was really good because finally it was something to break down um, my limited worldview of the white heterosexual male view that is so commonly portrayed in our society as all there is. Um, and so with this I was able to more thoroughly explore who I am as a person. And I really started to begin hating being male, but I didn't have a concept of transsexuality. I called myself sexist against my own sex, which is the absolute most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But it did begin to express some of what I was feeling, how I hated being male and hated being held to the standard X. And um, so I just went on with that and kept going through the motions again and again, just not really getting anywhere. I remember graduating from high school and being absolutely petrified because I was going to be living in a dorm with a bunch of males, probably very stereotypical males, and I hated stereotypical males. They are just, I did not like hanging out with males. Plus, I was not comfortable with my body, even though I didn't identify as transsexual at this point. Still wasn't comfortable with my body, and definitely not comfortable with my body around other people. And so that was something I was not looking forward to. But I was fortunate enough to meet some individuals who were pretty androgynous and in the middle and not stereotypically male, and so that definitely helped. But I still very much struggle with my life, struggled with anxiety from separation from my friends, became very depressed, tore apart my grades, and I was eventually dismissed from Butler University at the end of my freshman year, and I had to reboot at a community college, a community college, during the summer months, and thankfully I was able to realize I need to focus a little bit more on self, and so I got a 4.0 summer there, I got a 3.6 fall semester at community college, and I discovered what all the pieces led up to. That I am indeed a transsexual, and that I believe that I have a female mind and a male body, and I'm completely comfortable with this. I came out almost immediately to my friends, started cross-dressing year after that, which is the current semester that I'm in, and pretty much lost my family. Still have pretty much all my friends, and just trying to make it through all that. Thanks for listening to my story. God bless.